Hi everyone, this is Killshot 99 Dead, and this is The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 13, Spoiler Extra. So we split it up earlier today. We did spoilers, and we skipped the Highwayman part of it, and then we went into a little bit of a rant, so we had some fun with that. And I do want to start out by saying I missed a super chat. It does happen from time to time because I'm going through notes, checking out, a lot of stuff. So usually I'm kind of in tune for what's on the screen, but Kitty Pet did a super chat at the end of the first stream, and the comment was very appropriate actually to this, and I'll mention it later on tonight, is maybe the spoilers did not show everything that is going to happen this week. That is a possibility, but the spoilers were a lot more detailed than they were in previous weeks, and it does seem like there's a lot of action around it. So yes, there's always going to be a couple moments here or there, and we look forward to those, especially when we do the countdown. We want to know. We give ratings for the episode prior to it, and we do ratings afterwards, and we ask for the reactions. But I do think there will be a couple things extra that, thank you, Roxanne. Good to hear that you won't rupture it. No, I'm it does not take a lot to get me fired up. And, I ask you guys, because I've been wanting to do this for a little while, would you guys be interested in a weekly The Walking Rant? Something I've kind of thrown around a little bit. And the reason I don't do it is because I'm a fan. And sometimes when you get passionate about something and you talk about it, and especially if you seem negative too often, people start accusing you of hating the show. And those that really know me know that's not the case. I just like to passionately talk about things, and sometimes I get a little bit fired up. So if you guys would be interested in a walking rant, I'll definitely get fired up, and we'll pick a topic every week. I'm down for that. So let's get into this week's spoilers. Some of you either saw it late last night or you saw the first one we did. I know a lot of people messaged me like, what's going on, dude? This is 9 o'clock in the morning. Why are you doing a stream this early? Because we're not doing an 8 o'clock stream tonight. I've got a 6 o'clock stream coming up, and then it's Captain Marvel. Sorry. Got to go see it, and we'll probably talk about that a little bit tomorrow. I won't give you guys spoilers for it, though. I'll let you have the opportunity to wait. So let's jump into this, and there will be a couple scenes that I may get passionate about as we talk about it. Fair enough. All right. So this episode, and before we get too far into it, these spoilers are brought to you by our friends at Spoiling Dead's fan page, Ninja Pancake, and Shiny Firefly. Ninja Pancake has her own sound effect. Only on 999 Dead do you get your own sound effect. So they do a great job over there with the spoilers. You guys know who they are. And we just like to verbalize the spoilers and compare their spoilers. Not hijack them or steal them. We like to talk about them. And that's what we're going to do. So how does the episode begin? So according to our friends over there, it opens with Daryl, Connie, Lydia, and Henry running from the Whisperer camp. They're trying to get away. We saw them last week. Daryl had the mask. He brought the walkers in. And now it's just craziness. Some of them are being bit. Some of them are being devoured. And our group gets away. You saw the mask being thrown down on the ground. And it looks like Daryl and Henry are at odds. How many times so far have we seen Henry backtalk Daryl and get his way? Let's take a 999 Dead pulse survey. How many times this dude going to talk back to Daryl and get his way? Every time you hear that, you want a pancake. That's great. I'm starting to wonder, is Henry Daryl and is Daryl Henry? Too many times. Rick didn't even talk back to Daryl this many times in 8 full seasons. But Henry, apparently, every time he's got an idea, that's what they go with. So once again, Henry realizes that they aren't heading in the direction of Hilltop. Like, whoa, Daryl, why aren't we going to Hilltop? We need to go there. We ain't going to no damn Hilltop. And she ain't going with us. No. If Lydia's not going, I'm not going. And that just there's your whole plot. I'm sorry. I'm going to get fired up again. Because it is a little bit corny. I'm making it even more corny. So Daryl says Lydia can't come with them. Henry proposes that he and Lydia go alone. So Henry's like, just forget Daryl. We'll go. So, no. Connie doesn't know what's going on. She's out of the loop. So Connie starts following Henry and Lydia, and then Daryl is kind of like, oh, shucks. I guess I'll go. And then Daryl follows them. So, like, Daryl wants to go a certain way, but then Henry is the one calling the shots here. Henry, a.k.a. shot caller. So Daryl follows. Next question comes up. What does the letter to Carol mean? Who sent it? So it's sent by the leader of the group. It's the group that has the same red symbol, and they are called the Highwaymen. So you guys know how I feel about the Highwaymen. Because there's a little bit more that we need to find out. So basically, they are said to be pirates, and in some way similar to the saviors. They steal people's stuff, and they want ransom for allowing people to pass on their roads. And the kingdom has just passed on their roads because they went there for a bulb. And it's going to be a costly bulb because they basically write a letter and say, you trespassed. We want some ransom. And the kingdom doesn't have anything. What has Ezekiel been doing with all his supplies? So, that's the other thing is either they've got too many babies. Jerry should have only had one, or other people. I guess they've been reproducing a little bit more at Kingdom, or their land is not fertile. I don't know. Or they got weevils again, but apparently the kingdom is running low on stuff, which is why this fair is such a big deal. But the kingdom decides to hire the Highwaymen. Now, isn't that a great thing? Now, history tells me if you don't have anything, you can't hire. But Ezekiel wants to protect the roads on the way to the fair, must know something's going down, and he hires them, but they end up getting in a little bit of a barter. The Highwaymen pull their guns, but they don't try to kill anybody. I guess it's just for threat. And Diane does say later on that the Highwaymen could have killed her and Jerry, but they didn't. So now everybody assumes they're nice people. But Ezekiel is going to give them access to the fair. Now, look, if you didn't see my Highwaymen broadcast earlier today at noon, I'm not going to rant here because I really want you to go back and watch that because it was intense. That's all I can say. I was very fired up talking about the Highwaymen, and I don't think if I try to duplicate that, it will do it justice. So go back and check out that video and leave your thoughts and comments to that as well. But let me just say, if you're calling people pirates and you know that they steal and you know they demand ransom, they're probably the last people that you want to invite to the fair. But yes, they are going to be there. They're going to browse. Hopefully. Just browse. All right. Connie and Daryl, what are they planning? They know that Alpha will send others to get Lydia back, so they decide to stop and wait for them. They stumble across an old office building that Magnus Group used to hide out in, has a lot of stairs, and they decide to use it as a choke point, thus the name, and it'll filter out the living from the dead, so they'll know, hey, people walking up these stairs, we know they're living. People climbing over other people to get up the stairs might not be living. Original recipe. So that's the choke point. What does Lydia say about why she escaped or what she is feeling? So, boy, it's hard to talk about this without getting in a rant too. So I'm gonna say it peacefully. I have a peaceful, easy feeling. All right. So Lydia wanted to leave. However, she also says that she can't kill her own people, even after Henry made her a spear. Lydia also wants Henry to promise that he won't kill them either, but he also says he'll try not to. So, Lydia's happy to be where she's at. She won't kill her people, and now there's 4 of them, she's trying to want to recruit 1/3 of, well, I guess the dog too. So there's 5 of them total, Lydia being 20%. So now she's trying to recruit an extra 20% to not fight. So my question would be to Lydia and Henry, if 40% of your group's not fighting, you're probably going to die. So what's the point of not fighting back if they are trying to kill you? It's the only point. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. I don't like that. And because of that, you guys know there is a Daryl and Beta fight. That's big, big news. So those of you that don't know the spoilers, here's how it's going to go down. Beta hits Daryl. Beta hits Daryl again. Beta smacks Daryl. Beta elbows Daryl. He uppercuts Daryl. He puts him in a headlock. He spins around, puts him in a side suplex. Suplex? Suplex. I think it's a suplex. A suplex would be a souffle and a suplex. No, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm giving you, then he picks him up, spins him around, puts him in the Cobra Clutch. Regardless, Beta beats Daryl's ass. Like bad. Daryl gets desperate. He pulls out a knife and he stabs Beta. But Beta's wearing armor. Doesn't work. Sorry, Daryl. They fight, and Daryl notices an elevator shaft, and Daryl pushes him down the elevator shaft. Don't ask me how he's going to get the upper hand on him. I don't know. Beta's like unmovable. But Daryl does find a way, and he gets the edge on him, and he's probably going to bounce off the ropes, come up, do a jumping body kick, and then kick him into the elevator shaft, maybe. I don't know how it's going to go down, but Daryl does find a way to knock him down there. Meanwhile, while all this is going on, Daryl had locked Lydia in the closet with Dog because Lydia's not going to fight, so she's just going to get in the way. But Daryl, Connie, and Henry do fight. Now, I don't know if Henry actually kills anyone, if he breaks his vow to Lydia, but he is fighting. Henry gets stabbed in the leg. Can everybody at once just... I know this saddens our group. And those of you watching the playback, if you could leave in comments just something that signifies your distress because Henry was stabbed. But Lydia kicks the door open to the closet. Dog jumps out. Dog finds the Whisperer that stabbed Henry, attacks him. Connie pulls out a knife and kills the Whisperer. No, Henry is not dead. Henry does not die. If you guys do not know this by now, Henry has Terra-like immunity. Beta took him back to the camp last week, did not kill him. Alpha didn't kill him. Alpha told Lydia to kill him. Lydia didn't kill him because they got overwhelmed. Henry gets stabbed this week and still doesn't die. Connie kills the Whisperer, not Beta. Beta's in an elevator shaft, appearing to be dead. Most of the Walking Dead audience thinks that Beta is dead. Wink. All right. So, after the Dog and Connie save Henry, the plan is for Daryl, Connie, Henry, and Lydia to make a pit stop in Alexandria, which I don't like either. I really think they need to go back to Hilltop because Alpha does not know anything about Alexandria. So Alpha can only go to Hilltop or find a way to follow him to the Kingdom, which she'll probably follow him to Kingdom because now there's caravans going to Kingdom. But now you're giving away the location of Alexandria. Not a good Daryl move, in my opinion. Do we get to see anyone from Alexandria? No. So this episode, they don't make it back. And then the big question is, does anyone die? Several whispers that Beta brings along to retrieve Lydia die, and obviously the one that Connie stabs. And how does the episode end? It ends with Beta lying at the bottom of the elevator shaft. At first, he appears dead. Then, he finally opens up his eyes. Like the end of Vanilla Sky. Open your eyes. All right. So spoilers. Spoilers are always good. And I don't think the show in its entirety is going to be bad. I think it's actually going to be good. I think there's going to be some action. I think there's going to be some good entertainment. I do think there's going to be a little bit extra, some bad decision making that's going to be in there. And I never really fault The Walking Dead for bad decision making because, look, as a fan, I do have the choice not to watch. But I will always watch because it's an amazing show. But I do also, I find humor in questioning some of the decision making that they make, especially on the fly. Now, many of us would probably make bad decisions if we're confronted in that situation too. However, not many of us are going to let Henry be the big baller shot caller. And that appears to be what's going down. Henry's got way too much. I promised each of you this will not be a rant. But tomorrow might be. Tomorrow night could be a lot of fun because I got a lot of topics to talk about. Do you guys realize that Henry has gotten more FaceTime this season than Negan? Just, if anybody's really bored and you want to go back and watch all the episodes and just record the amount of time that each person has been shown. That would be a project. Everybody's like, please rant. No, it's not going to happen. And that is some of the lull period. Logan says, Kills, my wife asked me if children born after zombie apocalypse are born, immunity's possibly key for the cure, some prediction from their blood. Logan, that is something we have talked about for quite a while, actually. It is interesting that there are other streams just getting around to talking about it now. But, yeah, we did say we thought Judith might be the cure. And we'll know. We'll know if Judith gets bitten. But, Logan, here's the thing. If they are, The Walking Dead is not going to play that card until season 11 or season 12. I think that would be great writing, though. Keep making Judith a badass, and then, she's out there one day, she's surrounded, and she gets bit, and it's like, oh my God, Judith's going to die. Wait a minute. And it'd be like a cliffhanger in season 11. And then we come back in season 12, it's like, how come Judith did? Oh, there you go. Nova Jinx, and I agree with you, sadly, not because I don't like agreeing with you. I don't know if Henry's going to die. So the extra airtime and FaceTime, usually it is, right? It's very, hey, they're showing this person a lot, they're going to die. With Henry, it might not be. Henry might take over the role of Tara. And these characters are under contract, so it's not like they're saving any money. They're paying Jeffrey Dean Morgan regardless. If you're going to pay him, then show him. So as I brought up, and what I'll do is by the end of the season, I'll we'll do a stream and we'll compile. I don't know if it'll be a rant. It'll just be one of those things. I can't talk. Statistically speaking, how much Nabila did we see? How much Henry did we see? How much of the Highwaymen did we see? And then let's compare that with how much of Alpha's story did we really get to? And how much of Negan's story? And why didn't we see Judith more? And why don't we see RJ at all? Or Rosita? I mean, it seems to me that there are some characters that I would be okay seeing a little bit more of, especially if a couple of these characters are going to die. I mean, I would like to see me some Rosita a little bit more if she might be leaving. There are rumors. But that is, that's the spoilers. I mean, is there anything... Let me open it up for a little chat, a little bit of debate. Anything that shocked you about this week's episode? Jason Reed, super chat, and says, Daryl and Connie would be the perfect couple. No sappy dialogue, just grunts. Really, Jason? I got to stop, man. Yeah. You're going to get me in a lot of trouble. There was hang on, I think there was one thing I missed. Oh, hold on. I did miss one small little tidbit. And this is for Pete D. Wherever Pete D may be. Man, I totally glossed over it. Sorry, everybody. Major news. Does something dangerous happen to Tara? And do they make it to the fair? I know everybody's like going crazy because they want to know. Yes, they encounter a small herd, and Earl is almost bitten. They do make it to the fair at the end. Tara mentions that she's surprised Daryl and Henry aren't there by now. And she hasn't filled in Carol and everything yet, but it seems like it's about to happen soon. So, yeah, I mean, that is pretty important because Tara's going to probably be like, hey, Carol, just, Henry went after Lydia, and he hasn't came back yet. There's people with dead people's faces, and Carol's going to be like, what? Carol's going to lose her mind. So I guess if there is a cliffhanger moment, that might be a bigger cliffhanger than Beta opening his eyes at the end. It probably would be a better cliffhanger is Carol choking Tara out. Tara, you had one job, and that was to keep Henry there and teach him how to be a blacksmith. I see Blacksmith Earl showed up. Why couldn't Blacksmith Earl went after Alpha and my son would still be here? So, yeah, I don't think Carol is going to be very, very receptive to that. And that is going to set a very ominous tone for the fair. But we'll have to make our own cliffhanger and really hype up the Red Fair. So with that, everybody, we're going to wind it down. We are 23 minutes in on a spoiler stream. So thanks, everybody, for attending. I appreciate you being here. A couple announcements that I do want to make as we wind this thing down is 6 o'clock today. We are going to be doing our Walking Dead Red Fair update. So we're going to tie in the things that we've talked about to the spoilers. Some things are going to go down this week and how we think the Highwaymen could play into it, Carol's reaction, so on and so forth. So you're going to be there at 6 o'clock. It'll be a 20, 30-minute stream. And then tomorrow we will be doing our early stream at 11 a.m., and we're also going to be doing our Freestyle Friday, but it's going to be on Saturday. It's going to be 8 o'clock tomorrow night. So if you guys want to see a combination of weird super chats, changing topics, rant mode, non-rant mode, having a good time, some people might even have a few beverages, who knows? We had a lot of fun with Freestyle Friday last week, so I think Freestyle Saturday will be a blast as well. Usually about an hour, but if there's a lot of engaging conversation, it may go longer. So if you guys can show up for the next couple streams, that would be awesome. I will see hopefully everybody at 6 o'clock. Do me a favor. Make sure you guys Hit the highway to the like. If you weren't in the early stream, you don't know what we're talking about. Pike the like button. We're trying to come up with neat little catchphrases for liking the video. So if you guys like what we do, you had a good time, make sure to subscribe, come back, be around us, hang out and chat, talk about The Walking Dead, and I will see each and every one of you hopefully at 6 o'clock. Have a good afternoon. Peace.